Assalamu alaikum. Hello there, beautiful people. So today I'm going to show you how we can make two router connected, and between them there will be a DNS server which resolve the facebook.com and youtube.com. So yes, we have DNS server, we have HTTP, HTTPS servers, and PC all connected in a network. So let's say how we can do this. One note I'd like to share, I have to learn this. I was watching many videos how to connect two routers. This video actually helps. So this is in Bangla. I'm kind of recreating this in English with some of my own material with the DNS edition. So let's see. Let's go to the Cisco. For this, first of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take two routers. So 2911 two times. Then we're gonna take switches, 2960 switch. Then we're gonna take four PCs. So PC0, PC1, PC2, PC3. Let's connect them with the where. All right, so done. Now we are going to provide IP addresses to the computers. First of all, we are going to provide IP to the uh, to this cable. So we are going to decide whatever from this router in this cable get exported, they should start with this cluster 10.0.0. So for that, the switch, we can say it starts with 1, the PC starts with 2, and this PC starts with 3. So let's say this is another subnet, and we would like to start from 30.0.0 here, whatever from starts from this cable. So for that, this switch is 1, this PC is 2, this PC is 3. Very simple explanation. For this router, whatever I get exported via this cable, let's say we are assigning something like uh, 40.0.1. For this router, whatever exported via this cable, it is known as, let's say, 40.2. All right, with that having in here, let's set their actual IP there now. So we are going to set 10.0.0.2 here. The subnet mask is default one, and the default gateway is their parent. So we see their parent is the switch, so we're going to provide that one. Okay, let's configure this PC, and it has three, so it's with three default subnet mask, and their parent is that one. So this has been set up. Now let's set up this PC2, which is the third PC in this network. So it has 30.2. Their parent is of course the one here, which is here. Let's configure this PC as well. So it is the 30.3, and then default parent is 1, so that's their default gateway. All right, so this 4 PC has been set up. Let's configure this router. If we hover over on this red, it says gig 0. So this cable is exported from the gig 00. So you'd be targeting the router here. So from this cable, whatever get exported, it targets to this that switch for this cable. And if we turn on the connection, it starts signaling green. Also, you configure this one here. So let's do that. Hover over on it first. So it says gig 0. So we'll be configuring the gig 0 here. Gig 0, we'll be targeting this one 30.1, and turn on the port. I'd like to recheck the gig 0 whether I've provided 30. Sorry, yeah, I have to set the 10.0.1. Yeah. All right, and now let's try sending a message. Remember, first one could be fail. Always do a second try. So let's say it failed. Let's do a second try. It's success. Yep. First one could be fail. Let's do a second try. It's success. Okay. Let's check these routers. First one could be fail, not a problem. This one success. Okay. So let's try sending message from here to here. Obviously it's failing. Let's try one more. It's failing. Okay, so this is not turned on yet. So to do that, what we are gonna do is click on this. Oh, okay, hover over the red triangle first. It says gig 01, so we are going to configure the gig 01 here. So gig 01, it targets something with 40.1, 40.0.0.1. The subnet mask could be default, and with that we're turning on this cable. So now for this router, we exporting this way with the 40.0.2. Let's check the cable header. Okay, gig 01 we are setting up with 2. The subnet mask could be default. It's that simple. And if we turn on, the whole connection turned on. Awesome. Let's try sending a message now. First one could fail, obviously. Okay, second one is also failing. Uh, okay, let's send a message from here to here. That is success. Even though we connected the networks, yet we need to configure something else. So whenever we send a message from here to here, we need to configure this router so this PC knows whenever something starts with 30, you should target to this router here. So we need to tell how to route. So for that one, we are going to configure this router. So let's configure. We're going to say something static. So whenever someone try to find something starts with this IP address 30.0.0.0, whenever someone starts finding this cable, you should target this. Default mask can be 255.0.0. You should target this router. So we are saying 40.0.0.2. Let's add this in the network. So whenever someone tries to find anything under this cable, they target this router. So let's try sending a message. We'll try once more. Okay, we need to configure this router because the ping has to be get back, right? So we configured this router. Whenever someone tries to find something it starts with 10.0.1, you should okay, 2.5.5.0, the default mask, you should target the 40.0.1 here. So we are inputting 40.0.1. So we have added both way connection is now up. So it means whenever someone starts to find any PC, let's say 10.0.2, it should be starts with the that one. So whenever someone try to find anything with this IP, it should target to this router first. That's how we configure. Let's see. Try sending a cross message here. It's successful. Awesome. We have successfully configured two router communicating between them, intra-connected basically. So now we're going to introduce a Facebook server here. Let's say it's Facebook. We would be giving it an IP of, let's say, 30.0.0.4. We have already given the 3. So now we're going to connect it with the cable. After connecting it with the cable, we need to configure its IP first of all. So what we decided, 30.0.4, the subnet mask is fine. The default gateway is the switch. They are paired. So also that is configured, and if we configure this HTTP, what we're gonna do is change these files to something like Facebook. Let's copy the Facebook and welcome to Facebook again. So let's save the file. Yes. So copy this IP. Let's see if we can get something from the server itself. The server calls itself. Yep, it's connected. If we click this one, and from PC2, if we try to go to the Facebook server, yep, it's success. Can we do go to the Facebook server from here? Let's see. Yep, we can. So we don't always want to type 30.0.4. We want to type facebook.com. For that reason, what we're going to do is we're going to introduce another server, which would be DNS server. DNS server. The server needs an IP. Of course, whatever starts with this cable, it has to target something meaningful here. So we're going to give it a IP of 4. So now let's configure the IP first. 4 separate mask and default gateway is their parent switch is 1. So now the IP is configured. We need to tell, hey, act like a DNS server. So we'd be going to the configure the DNS server. Let's see the Facebook IP here. You see 30.0.0.4. Whoever wants to go to the facebook.com, tell him that this is the IP. So we are adding this as a configuration and we're turning the DHCP on. Let's see how it goes. So now instead of inputting the IP, we are going to input the domain name. Host name is not resolved. Okay, for that we are going to configure the DNS server here. So this PC knows whenever someone asks something to convert a domain name to IP, you should ask this server. He might knows the IP of that URL you are trying to find. So we have configured the PC 0. Let's say now if we target the file facebook.com. uh, did he miss something? What if we say 30.0.4? Okay, let me go to the configuration first. Yeah, the DNS server starts with 10.0.4. Yep, that's what I inputted wrong. Okay, for now, let's try again. It's gonna definitely success this time. Facebook.com. Not yet. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Okay, maybe the DNS server should also target itself. Yep. So just to be confirmed, once more, we are going to do the DNS server. So whoever tries to go to facebook.com, it sends that request to 340. Okay, let's try from this DNS server. Let's try whether this DNS server knows or not whom to target. Facebook.com and go. Let's see if it can visit via the IP 30.0.4. Go. Something. I hadn't connected it with the cable. My bad. Let's wait for a moment. I was going too fast and I actually did something wrong here and I that got unnoticed. But it's a good learning, I think, for you guys, whoever was watching and maybe shouting, "Hey, connect the cable! Hey, connect the cable!" I know some of you already noticed before I noticed that one. So I'm waiting to connect this to be green. Yep, that's right. Let's do a ping first, like a goodbye ping 30.0.0.4. We should get a reply. Yep, reply from. So that's it's connected now. So if we type the facebook.com for one last time, we get this response back. Yep. So now this PC also can connect to facebook.com. Facebook.com. Okay, so what we are going to do now is uh, if it needs to configure this DNS server again, this PC1. If we if I introduce some new PC here, I need to configure all of their IP again one by one. So to avoid this, I would configure this router as a DHCP as well, so that their IP can be assigned automatically. For that reason, I'm going to do it in a CLI. So I know you can see it very sharp. So whatever I'm gonna write in my Sublime first. So to turn on the DHCP to this router, we are going to write DHCP and anything you want to name. I want to name it net1 for now. Paste and enter. So I have entered the DHCP configuration. What I'm going to configure is I'm going to tell anything. Oh my god, 0 0. Yep. So the network could be something 10.0.0. So yeah, that's the network I'm going to configure. So whoever wants IP, request IP to this router, it should assign IPs starts from here. Let's do this. Okay, I might have hide. Okay, so on that DHCP server, we are putting the DHCP address. And one more thing, the default router. So the default gateway, whenever someone tries, I'll explain what the default router is. So default router is 10.0.0.1. This one we're going to configure. Clicking paste, enter. And one more thing I need to set up, which is the DNS server. I'll explain what I meant. Let's keep it like that from here. So if we go to IP configuration, you see the DNS is not yet configured. If we go to DHCP, it would request, yeah, DHCP got successful. It got its IP, it got default gateway. But you see the DNS server is not yet configured. So whoever requests this IP from DHCP server, it should also know what DNS server to target. So for that, I'm going to write DNS server as 10.0.0.0.4. So whoever wants a DHCP request, while assigning the IP, also you need to tell them that this is the DNS server. All right, now let's see. Request the IP again. Automatic IP. Yep, the DNS server got assigned automatically. So I'll configure this one as well. Yep, configure this one. So this way, I don't need to give the remember what IP to provide whom. They would be automatically set it up. This is a lot hassle-free task rather than going one by one. So now, if we try web browser from the new PC we introduced, Facebook. Okay, spelling mistake. Facebook.com. We see the Facebook. Even from the new PC we introduced, it got its IP automatically, and we can actually go to the Facebook.com. Facebook.com. Yep. But this PC, whatever under this subnet, so to if we try to go to facebook.com from here, this would not be resolved because I didn't have configured their I didn't have told them which is their DNS server. So instead of going through all of them one by one, configure the router to to do the same thing. So in the router, we say en conf t and what I wrote is like en enable the router conf t for configuring with the terminal mode, and then I'm going to configure a DHCP pool. Let's rename this as net2, paste, enter. I'm going to enter to the DHCP mode. So now I'm going to give them a network IP 0, 0. Okay, and whatever starts here in this region, it starts with the 300. So I'm going to provide 30, 0, 0. So that's the network of this DHCP servers I have to configure. I'm going to click paste and enter. We are going to configure the default router as well, and for this the default router starts with 30. So I'm going to provide that one as well. And also I'm going to configure the DNS server. It remains the same. We already have DNS server. It doesn't need to change for this. And the DNS is same for whole network. We have only one DNS server. And with that set up, I think we are done here for automatic IPSI and automatic DNS server configuration. Let's do this PCI request. Yep, all looks good. Let's configure this one as well. IP configuration. Yep, all looks good. If we introduce a new PC here, connected via cable. Yep. Let's wait a moment. Oh, okay. I need to configure their IP as DHCP. So it's requesting. First request could fail. Remember, you need to do a second try. So if it fails, you just do a second try. It failed. You see, as you see, it failed, and the default gateways are not something we actually want to see. So I'm going to give a third try. Again, failed. Yep, DHCP success. So that's configured. I think this one needs to be configured as well. And it's success on the first trial. So yep, 10.4. And let's see if we can go to the facebook.com from this new PC. Please. Boom.com. Yep, it is working. So if we want to add a new server here, what we're gonna do, uh, let me check the IP. So 6, I have 7 free for this router, I think. So I'm going to configure this. It's a static IP because it's a server. 30.0.0.7, and subnet must be the same default. It's targeting the 1 point switch, which would be its parents. This time I would not forget to actually, I would not forget to connect it with the cable. Okay, so I can I can tell their DNS server as well in case this PC wants to communicate between them. So I can configure its DNS server as well in case this server wants to communicate with the youtube.com. So I'm going to name this YouTube. So its IP is 7. That's what I have provided here, right? Let's see. IP 7. Okay. Can I ping the IP 7 from here? Ping. Yep, I'm getting replies. So what I need to do is I need to configure this DNS server again. I need to add a new additional server. Whoever tried to go to youtube.com, yeah, send him to this route. Okay, let's see if this DNS server itself knows where to go. Okay, let's configure his HTTP files. Got everything right. YouTube, convert it to red, the YouTube color, right? Okay, close. Let's try from this PC. It wants to go to the youtube.com. Yep, that is also success. So pretty much that's it what I wanted to show you. This note maybe I would provide you in the description of this video. Thank you for watching till the end. Take care. Bye bye.